Hello everyone and welcome back. It's time for the clash of the Eastern European Titans here on the B stream. Yes, that's right. It's going to be Team Spirit taking on Virtus.pro. With me today here Seeking Strike is Mr. Avo Plus, pardon me, coming to us live from Barcelona. How's it going over there, my friend?
It's going well. I'm very excited for this matchup. You know, the bear versus dragon.
I think it's like, I think it's a dragon. I think it's a dragon. It kind of looks a bit like a dragon, doesn't it?
It's hard to tell because even though Team Spirit actually is a really good team and a pretty good org, they decided to pay for their voice lines on Fiverr, and so it's hard to tell if there was any sort of like. But hey, smells like Team Spirit. Yeah, at least it was a good reference. But yeah, Team Spirit, one of the more exciting teams to watch in this patch. In case you haven't watched these guys, they're exciting because they're a bit crazy. They don't necessarily think outside the box too much. I wouldn't say that's the idea, but the way they play is balls to the wall. I've never seen one, right? It's Eastern European Dota distilled into, the Team Spirit. You know, it's very well done. And then Virtus.pro, I do feel like it's just a tamer form of Team Spirit. They also exemplify Eastern European Dota, which is big 5-on-5 team fight. A solid carry to play around, you know, usually trying to look for that mid-game power spike. But I think that Team Spirit's a bit wackier than they are. Virtus.pro is a bit more tame. They will try to go for more pickoffs, and they remind you a lot actually of the old Virtus.pro when they were very successful.
Okay, let's very quickly, because I didn't want to cut you off because you're bringing in a lot of good insight, but our draft is underway, and one team has already spent 35 seconds here in their reserve timer. So, and it's not the team I would have thought. It's Team Spirits here. We can see already no draft penalty, just a bit deep on the reserve time, and what they do with that reserve time is they decide to ban the Slark.
I like the Slark ban. I think that's very good. I think you kind of. I mean, you've seen how strong Nightfall is on the Slark.
True.
And I think it's a justified ban. I mean, both have a bit of respect bans, right? The Collapses Magnus, the Slark for Nightfall. I'm interested in this Omnight. I think the recent changes to Omnight make him a slightly better 5-4. We've already seen Zoomer try to do this, where they actually ran. In the BTS Pro Series, they ran Omni Knight with Coddle, and I think it was Sven that they ran as a carry. I forgot what carry was that they ran. It was Dominate Coddle, just comes perpetually buffing your core. But instead they're going to pick up a Gyrocopter. Okay. I mean, I think this is the strongest hero of this patch, so.
Yeah, you do. You think particular, you know, you tweeted. My goodness, I could almost not. I forgot it's a verb. You did. You went on the Twitter and you made a tweet. At Mr. Avo Plus on Twitter, if you'd like to see it and argue with him there. The Gyro 5 is pretty much free MMR right now.
I don't think it's Gyro 5, by the way. I think the hero is the strongest this patch, not because he is actually the strongest carry in this patch, but because he's one of the few carries that can be flexed, right? I think a hero that can be flexed between 5, 2, and 1, which is currently where he's it's just incredibly strong. I think Gyrocopter 5 is very strong, and I think Gyrocopter 1 is very strong because the flat cannon pretty much got added to its old state. Just need to get it progressively over town, right? It's like Gyrocopter became one of those like pay-to-win kind of games where you don't get it immediately, but as the more you progress through the game, the more you unlock, right? He became kind of an RPG, as opposed to the original Gyrocopter where you actually just got it with flat cannon level 4. So it's not as strong as it used to be, but you guys should remember the spread that Gyrocopter. And because you can deviate him into Gyrocopter 5 pretty much because the shard is so good. The shard is just ridiculously good. If you guys have tried it out, you haven't, I recommend you do. It gives you rocket barrage on the homing missile up to 700 range, which is kind of insane, and it specifically tries to target the unit that you're targeting with homing missile, so it only pinpoints that one if possible, so the damage is not as spread, and allows a Gyrocopter as a 5 to stay out of the fights a lot, still have a really good lane, all that good shenanigans, but be a good mid and late game hero because that stun is ridiculous. So I do think this hero is going to be really impactful this patch, though I think this game it's looking like a Gyrocopter carry, but I still think this hero.
All right, we'll see here how it's going to be used in the hands of Virtus.pro. Because I think you make a lot of great points there. A couple of other heroes still getting banned out, though. A couple of carries, actually, by VP, as we're looking to diminish Yatoro's hero pool.
Turn to ban.
Morphling TB taken out. And, you know, is this going to be another Void Spirit patch, do you suspect? Or is it just kind of a comfort hero for a lot of mid laners these days? Because I believe GPK did end up playing game 1. He played one of the 2 games we saw him versus Creepwave on the Void Spirit. So both teams doing a lot of research. It's hard to really get a good feel on the
5
meta so
seconds
early on
remaining.
into the draft.
Yeah.
So early on in the tournaments. I feel like these are very, very targeted bans. Both of these teams 2-0 right now, are 1-0, I suppose, in their match score. VP beating Creepwave. Game 1. Game 1, Team Spirit as well, dispatching of T1, 2-0. So we might already have,
Dire team
potentially a new favorite. T1, the champions from ESL 1 Summer, already being beaten 2-0 by Spirit. So we'll see here how VP will fare against them then.
Yeah, but to be honest, T1 has not been looking so. Sorry if
Dire
there's any
team
SEA fans watching.
Virtus.pro's turn to
Like
pick.
the past few tournaments have been. So maybe they're just going through a bit of a slump, or maybe they. I don't know, they lost a bit of the hype. I think they were a bit super hyped in the major. I think in ESL they played really well in the major, good. But because it was an SCA team,
10
you get the.
seconds
I mean, we
remaining.
live there. I get it. Get the plethora of fans that just go and say this might be the best
5
team
seconds
since ever.
remaining.
Has Dota ever
Yeah.
been a new team? You're like, wait, but they lost the major. No, but LGT just won because of luck. I mean, T1's better. Are you seen them?
They were
And then you start
simply better.
speaking in a different language, and usually with insults, and you go, okay, I guess.
Yeah.
So, like I said, don't hold your breath for T1 because they still have a lot more to show. They haven't been going through the best part. I don't think that shows Team Spirit being super good, but I think still, I do think Team Spirit is in a good spot right now.
Speaking of in a good spot, I think we're always in for a good show whenever we get Toronto Tokyo on the puck. Very aggressive mid laner here for Toronto Tokyo. I thought it might
But-
be his Tiny. Spirit
10
did really
seconds
like
remaining.
running the Tiny mid for a while for him, along with the Viper when that was viable in
5
7.29.
seconds remaining.
But that was actually the strat they were doing in the run-up to the major. But no, the puck instead, I think.
This does mean Tiny 4, though, and I'm not so happy. Even if it's Tiny with Coddle. I'm not very happy. I actually like the Tiny mid because of the Coddle, blinding light, and then, not blinding light, sorry.
Solar Bind.
Solar Bind, thank you. And then the Tiny, of course, Burst 2, which is a variation on the PSGLGD thought of like pick Skyreth Mage as opposed to Ancient Apparition and combine it with Tiny Mid. It's the same idea. I like it. I don't like this Tiny 4 so much. I do love the Shadow Shaman pick on Virtus.pro though. I think this hero is gonna... He is a good hero now, enough that when there's no Lion, you might as well pick this. And he brings the Hex for the puck. That level 20 talent of Hex gives you break is actually ridiculously denies so many carries. It's very strong.
Yeah, I think Shaman for Puck, for Embers, for Storms, more for Puck and Storm. These kind of heroes that are meant to go very far ahead of the team. I think Shaman is preferred. I think he kind of just fell off a bit too much because at the Singapore Major, he was very reliant on his cast range talents, on the Aether Lens to be able to, catch people from super far away. Those have been removed, and then Lion kind of became a little bit more the favorite, especially as we entered a very illusion-heavy meta. But I think Shaman is better in isolation versus Puck than a Lion is. So I think VP are happy to have him for that aspect, as well as the additional push. The Tidehunter fronting for some Serpent Wards. So it's pretty strong to me here, as Spirit will go for the Yatoro Sven.
I am surprised by the Sven into the Tidehunter, because usually Tide is
10
considered pretty
seconds
strong against
remaining.
Sven. But at the same time, I think Sven versus Gyrocopter is great.
5
so
seconds
I
remaining.
balance out. Also, I think it's Yatoro's best hero. Or definitely up there. Like, he's insane in the Sven. He used to be playing it last patch, even though it wasn't that good. But one of the best carries this patch, you ask someone normal and they go, oh, Terrorblade, Dusa, Luna, you ask it
Virtus.pro's
Sven,
turn to ban.
and sometimes I play Terrorblade, mostly Sven. And against the Gyrocopter, he's strong. I think he's fine against the Omnite. He does suffer a bit against Shaman, but it's not that big a deal. And it suits your draft. He also works well with Coddle. Double Stormhammer, not bad.
Double Stormhammer? Yeah, it's not bad. It's not great versus Tide, though, right? And that's the issue, especially because you usually do enough damage in an area, generally as a team here for Spirit, even with a Silence to kind of proc Kraken Shell, especially when it's max in fight. So Tide might be a bit of an issue
10
here for Spirit
remaining.
overall, besides just the laning setup here for this Sven. I see a
5
lot of
seconds remaining.
potential here for our off-lane Tide to cause quite a ruckus. Because team fight from Spirit, it's not looking too bad, to be honest. Blinding Light could potentially snap some coils. A toss will certainly do the trick. But we still need this off lane. We need a little bit more... I don't know, actually, Spirit. Maybe a little bit more early push. Seems nice. Or some good low commitment wave clear. I guess you already have Coddle. Yeah, we'll see. We'll respond to this VP pick, which is going to be the TA. So that'll be for GPK taking that mid.
I swear if you told me that VP doesn't know there was a patch, I would believe you. They just seem to be picking the exact same things as last patch. We have some variation this time.
Yeah,
the Omni, but
the Omni, the Shaman as well. We really didn't see that much last patch, to be honest, right? So I agree, though. Minor changes, right? Minor adjustments, and I think maybe that's going to be more to suit VP style, right? Hey, let's stick with what we know works, and we'll try a different supporting cast. You know, but still play the same style. I think that's fine, because I think like earlier we saw Empire maybe try and get a little, or Creep Wave try and do way two different things, right?
Is it going to be a collapse NP again that we used to see a while ago?
You may now select your heroes.
So it's a
tiny off. Okay.
Lane? Yeah.
Tiny offlane, right? Oh no, offlane Coddle. Okay, this is a theory.
What? It is.
Obvious goal because you can pick this hero with the new Mage Slayer, and so now people are starting to say, oh, every imp hero in the world is an offlaner, and it's not wrong entirely. The offlane Coddle pushes the lane super quickly. His Illuminate now can be maxed if you're an offlaner. You could go for some regen, which is pretty solid. You usually farm a lot on Coddle 4, so you play him very similarly, and you usually combine it with a 4 that can also scale, like for example a Tiny. So actually, pretty good idea. I like this by Team Spirit.
I like the idea. I don't like the hero for Collapse. Collapse, to me, he is one of the best people at going fishing on your Magnuses, on your Tinies even. You know, I think I would have preferred to see him on this because we do have a hero that is going to really severely suffer if you put him out of position, and that's the TA, right? You can get through Refraction real easy. They're not going to have any support, no Hex, no Omni Knight, especially for a GA or a Heavenly Grace to dispel you. But that's now on Mira. I don't think Mira's a bad Tiny whatsoever. I want to make that clear. I just think that if I had to choose one offlaner that's playing professional Dota 2 right now to take heroes and put them out of position, it would be Collapse. And Coddle just... he's limited. He's a lot more limited than the Tiny. But you bring up good points with the Coddle. So I'm going to reserve final judgment and join you on the fence as we get underway with game number 1. VP versus Spirit.
Fence. I am 100% for Spirit.
Out of the
Are you?
Thanks, guys.
100% for Spirit.
Are you looking at this beautiful Coddle? I already told you that Coddle's the tankiest hero in the game. He just now got 1 armor. And on top of that, he's just too good. This is a genius idea. I love that.
How far, I wonder, do we need to go back to find a series loss for VP in an ESL event? Counting the leagues, counting these.
Sometimes it's all about offense, right? Specifically mine. in this Coddle.
Okay. Hey, if it gets you off the fence, be as confident as you're comfortable with them, my friend. Well, join us off the fence here. Dare to be wrong, as they say.
Yeah, exactly. I like this. I find that I mean, I like both drafts, to be honest. If I'm honest with you, I think both drafts are pretty good. I actually like VP's draft a lot. I think it's a really solid draft. I'm not entirely sold on the Tide Hunter all the time. I think he got minor nerfs this patch, which were necessary. I think Tide was also not that great last patch. But I do like the draft overall. And I think for Team Spirit, I'm very intrigued by this Coddle idea. I really am. So I think this could be a game where it works out.
I'm intrigued by this Omni Knights as well. I think the last time we would see hints of him, right, was maybe 2 patches ago. But in the offlane role, Kingslayer taking it 5 with a with a gyrocopter, I could definitely see it working. And I prefer this. I would prefer the Shaman as the 4 as well here. So I like it.
That's what he's doing, right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no,
that's the right build. That's the right way to do it. I wonder if you go Shard on the Omni Knight 5 to reduce damage. Because honestly, giving it on the Sven.
Yeah, do you think you can reach him though? I feel like
that's my concern, right? I don't know if you can. Look,
that's kind of
like I'm a Coddle in a lane. What do? I can't beat these guys.
Oh, is he gonna get the missile? Oh, easy as 50 gold of Collapse's life. Look at that. Can't do that on a Magnus.
That's true. Also, counterpoint to your whole fishing thing, Collapse is good at that, but Collapse is actually best at teamfight here. That's what he excels at, right? He's good for the Tide Hunter. He's good at the Underlord. Like, he's really good at these kind of heroes. He is really good on the NP, which is an exception, but mostly he's like these big teamfight heroes. And I can't imagine a bigger teamfight hero than Coddle. So I'm very much in this Collapse train.
Alright, we'll take a look here. How it goes. I like this. They're just tossing Kingslayer back into the Illuminates over and over again.
A good combo. I never thought of thinking of this combo, but I guess it's a thing.
that Eliminate's gonna miss, but it'll always save Mira from any more damage. We'll check back on bottom lane in a bit. Mid lane, TA versus Puck. We've seen plenty of this matchup for a couple of patches. From Tokyo Puck, though, you never know. He can always pull a sneaky one on you.
I mean, it's not that bad. Tia got some heavy nerfs this patch, particularly the fact that Sideblades now deals less damage the more units you skill in. So it's harder for her to take stacks, it's harder for her to farm in general, you don't deal as much damage. It's like, it's not nerfs that make her unplayable by any means, but it doesn't make her the OP ridiculousness that we saw last week. Where, oh, do I buy Ags and now I'm invulnerable? Yes. Now you can actually not use the Ags when you're rooted or leashed, thank God. So Puck actually can do something against her, yeah.
Yeah, that was always a bit ridiculous. Just watching TAs go, oh, I'm inside of a Dream Coil, now I'm not. Goodbye. Yeah, very strong acceptor, that one. Mira, yeah, there goes the toss into another Eliminates. Yeah, that'll connect onto both heroes. Couple of denies, though, for Nightfall that we've been setting up for. And at the end of the day, he's not really, this Coddle, able to get too invested in looking to really contest CS and trade auto attacks with Gyro. Funny enough, both of these heroes actually with abysmal really base damage.
Gyro's really tanky. So Coddle, you just want to get to that point where you can solo push the lane, and with like one Illuminate, and then never interact again. You're gonna die almost. Try to take the last few creeps, and collapse another Illuminate just for the creeps, and eventually he will get Illuminate level 2, and that's the turning point for Collapse. So he doesn't have to ever interact with the lane again because he's really weak at doing that.
He is, yeah. I thought Mira was going to die there for a second after he avalanched the creep wave, but it was a level 1 avalanche and it didn't even get the range creep. But luckily, Nightfall went in for the toss.
Oh, Collapse might die. Black Cat Gyro, goddamn, never mind. There was a moment there which you could see Collapse actually fearing for his life and then realized, oh wait, never mind, he has 2 points in Flacken, he does nothing to me.
He's fast. I wonder if maybe with a point in degen aura, you could actually look to play a bit more aggressively, but obviously VP deciding to play just the farm game, they find that to be a much safer option, much more appealing.
Right now, Mira's like, I know Koto, you give mana, but I really like if you gave health right now.
Yeah.
We're both quite low on HP, nobody has Tranquils just yet, Collapse just amassing nulls. It's gonna be the Dagon build we saw in SCA as well, or...
I don't know. I really don't know what the build is here. There's a level 2 Illuminate, though, able to blast through the range creeps. Nightfall just nearby. Careful, though. Toss.
Toss it back.
Yeah.
Illuminate, you can start setting it up. No, he's charging it. He hit him with it. Nightfall, however, is not fully charged, so it's not going to deal enough damage. And Nightfall's capable of getting out of this one.
Yeah, plenty of HP regen. There's even the salve to keep him topped up, and he will be good to go. No big stacks here yet for Ruin. Top lane we haven't really spoken much about, as there's Yatoro who will chase down the courier of DM and turn for a quick stun. Picks up the Hellbear Smasher as well with the cleave. Greater cleave level 2 here already for Yatoro.
Yeah, not bad. Little buffs to the cleave on Sven, but actually pretty considerable, especially at max level now, 100% cleave. So actually deal equal damage to the hero you're hitting to everything around him. Which is why I think Yatoro was like, guys, it's the Sven patch. And Team Spirit's like, you always say that. It's always the Sven patch for you.
Oh, we'll see, right?
I think I don't know, one more Illuminate he dies, but here comes Nightfall. That's what the carries hate the most, when their support's about to die, you're like, I guess I have to help you. And you miss some CS in the lane because of that.
No first blood yet, huh? No first blood yet.
But they're trying very hard to kill each other, though.
They are, right? They are trying very hard to kill each other, but Nightfall not trying that hard, right? He's not going for the Rocket Barrage build. He's here to farm. And there's the points in the stats already at level 4.
3 no towers.
Yeah, so he can do right-click damage. Otherwise, he don't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, because I was thinking, I mean, he doesn't give you the spell amp, right? So.
Yeah, 9% total now. What, a total of plus 15 damage? Oh, it ain't bad. It ain't bad.
At max level, it's 50 extra damage on Illuminate. Now, that's not a joke.
It's not bad. Yeah, just about here. DM, the Tide Hunter. I suspect he'll be fine, especially after that Kraken Shell debuff. Another stun in 4 seconds. Yeah, but it'll just walk off the Sven's damage. This does leave the Shaman free to rotate mid.
But I think Torrance Tokyo knows, like, guys, where's the Shaman? And Shaman's nowhere to be seen. There we go, try to recover a bit of the CS in the lane. You can't really do much though. Shaman's nearby. There's a massive gang coming by. Dream Coil catches 2, but Shaman's still here. Mira needs to join in. The Shackle's broken immediately though by that avalanche. However, Mira is himself in trouble, so he has to as well run away. As in the top lane, they realize their opportunity, trying to go for DM. Anchor Smash making this an impossibility. Nobody dies once again. A lot of attempts at aggression, but none successful.
Unsuccessful, yeah, a bit spooky there for VP, and this might be her first blood. In fact, it should save. Yeah, trying to hide on the high ground, could do nothing though versus Toronto Tokyo. They will be taken down. First blood, 6 minutes and 30 seconds in.
That was the most carry action Save could ever take. He literally dies and pings the ward right after. Like, ward. And I put another one here, so I know they have one.
Well, he's not the position 5, right? So let's get over there, Omni Knight. Good luck.
Has Neposhka realized that there's a ward up there too? I don't know. Maybe. Sentry.
Yeah, now he knows.
Yep, there we go. Nice. So that's actually pretty huge because you got 2 stacks, really nice. And on top of that, dewarded a important point because this usually protects the stacks, right? This is a ward protection.
It is. It's the ward to scout them because it doesn't usually give you the greatest vision of the camp, but it will. Most supports I see pull this way. They'll pull kind of this way, so it'll let you know.
Look at Collapse's build. I was right. He is gonna rush that Dagon, like straight up Dagon.
All right. I think
He did an SEA. Yeah, it's SEA build.
Yeah.
This was the tunnel carry that I think was, of course, Neon. Who else was running that night?
Was it for Scam? Because Scam's now what? Still position 4 for them?
Right?
Did they?
It's been a while since I've watched Neon. I'm sorry.
Yeah. OB Neon. Good stuff though. But of course, it sounds like something they would do for sure. Chen carry, you know, also in their wheelhouse.
I mean, Neon just can't play. Like, what is this? Roll carry? Are you sure it's not a support? All right.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Safe is going to be fine here. Actually, Izzy. Another avalanche in 7 seconds, or a toss, but he'll be okay. GPK is going to end up then with the bottled arcane rune, and he is going to get this tower. Toronto Tokyo unable to do too much about this, especially with the refraction charges up for GPK. Mira, though, threatening to close the gap.
It was Yopaj who played it. It was Yopaj who played it in the mid lane.
Okay, that's what I thought. I've definitely seen I've seen mid coddles quite a bit, but at the safe lane. All right, so just kind of copying the build. Collapse. He's got the ward down as well. So he scout behind the tower. He's just staying in fog to make sure that he's not eating flak cannon assaults either for free. Okay, very nice job pushing him back in with the blinding light to take the full damage.
Wait till he gets his Dagon. I don't know if he's gonna be able to tank this.
Oh, wait till he gets Solar Bind. That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, Solar Bind pretty huge here. He just pushes the wave so fast. Gyrocopter cannot stand this lane. This is like Viper or Leshrac on steroids.
And it's just too early for Tide to rotate away too, I think. DM would like to be able to put a little bit more tower pressure because Miposhka can't keep him at bay. But if Collapse is able to take this tower first, then Collapse can actually stop the Tide from pushing. He can just mirror the Tide Hunter's rotations, and there's nothing Tide can do about it. So they've sent Kingslayer at bottom for now to try and deal with this. We'll see how long he lasts. There's already one Illuminate to put him at half HP.
You're a strength hero, right? Like you can tank the Illuminate.
Sure, yeah, I can. I can tank at least 6 of them thanks to these infused raindrops. Oh, almost got him again.
Mira is tired of Kingslayer though. As soon as he shows him, he's just gonna go again.
Yeah, he's been scouted on this ward though.
Nope.
So.
Okay, Mira's actually in the wrong position here. Gonna hit him with a call down. He's got blinding light though. It's not gonna be enough to save him. Nightfall takes so much damage from a single Illuminate. Oh my god.
They're good to go.
Blade is legit.
Yeah, we're giving Rubik levels as well. He's already up to level 6. He's got Anchor Smash. Guess what? He can now defend this tower forever. With these two abilities. Fate Bolt's obviously an Anchor Smash. Maybe just Anchor Smash alone.
You know, Rubik actually, low-key very good at defending against heroes like Tide, for example, who just push the lane but have no kill potential. Like, he's really good at deep pushing. Very good dead lane support in general.
Toro playing around here with GPK underneath the ward.
All right. He got away. He almost has Echo Saber now as well.
Mira, he'll be fine. Again, it's not kill Gyrocopter, it's farm Gyrocopter. 2 points in stats, max in the flat cannon, and the casual point in the ultimate as well. Toro is starting to really up his farming game now, as he will go ahead and pop the God's Strength. He has Echo Saber as well, being fetched now to him on the courier. The stats for him, he will go and retrieve that. Beautiful.
What we're seeing with this is that, well, I'm very excited to watch Collapse endlessly farm waves, strongest Carlo in the game. The TA is farming much faster than him and doing a much better job. Poshka's gonna now face the wrath of GPK. Like, alright, let's get this game moving. There's the Hex. They hit him with the Gush. He's gonna get the Anchor Smash, but it's not gonna help him whatsoever, as now the tower will finally fall. And Collapse, unfortunately, just deals no damage to towers, so he can't really do much down bottom.
Not actively, anyways. Kingslayer doing his best to try to avoid this. He is. Little blast. That'll shotgun him down. Just needed to put the infused raindrops on cooldown. His DM no longer necessary for the push top lane with GPK and Save doing the work. We'll be able to at least get the tower. So he's going to be able to defend for a while anyway. But Mira and Collapse still actually nearby. They've got Toronto Tokyo now rotating on over. I believe he's got a full Witchblade as well finished up. Yeah, that's flying to him now on the courier.
I think this might be okay, the Witchblade's good for Puck. I think the Witchblade it's not really a nerf because it now lasts longer, so you actually get more time for the slow. It just deals a bit less damage. Well, or a bit less burst damage. Not that big.
Alright, 11-minute Dagon 1 for Collapse offlane Coddle.
With Renal Talisman, so let's not forget, he has Solar Bind too.
He's got the points in Solar Bind. The issue that I see here, though, is this all this, you know, burst magic damage just does dejectedly squat versus a TA.
That's true.
And she is, I think, going to be a real issue here into the mid game. Does decently against Puck. Sven's not going to have the attack speed to really deal with her yet until they go through Echo Saber. There's issues. Rubik, what's his best steal this game to help him out? Shackles, actually, I think will chew through Refraction really easily.
Sure, but they're on the same team. So I guess if he stole it, yeah.
He needs to steal it.
I mean, you have Avalanche. Avalanche is the best bet, I guess.
Okay, true.
Well, that and Witchblade, right? Because now Witchblade deals more ticks as well. Because it's over 4 seconds. So, Witchblade and Avalanche, I think, are your best bets. I think it's crazy, though, that DM, oh my god, half HP. And he's a Hood, by the way. I think it's crazy they went for Hood, and I think the main reason is Coddle. Oh, and he's going to get found out regardless. There we go, the first stun, God Strength has been activated, DM, Telekinesis does nothing, Stormhammer, DM, Max Kraken Shell, by the way, doesn't matter. This is the Coddle's just a Broodmother. If you go to his lane, he just kills you. Like, this is the weirdest looking Broodmother I've ever seen.
Well, he is very weird and slim and moves around terrain very strangely in your eyes, doesn't he?
I mean, horses and spiders, honestly, pretty much the same thing. They both have 6 legs, right?
Yep.
8.
Yep. 8 legs, of course. The average
Actually,
horse
if you
with 8
average
legs.
horse and spiders, they both average at 6 legs. So think about that. Right?
I would hope they both average to it if you're going to be taking the average of, my goodness, Save. Oh yeah, he is going to avoid at least the Illuminate, but he is slowed to a crawl, and Collapse isn't even going to do him justice of killing him with a Coddle right click. It's going to instead be the Illuminate to finish him off.
I love that Collapse has also realized that the only viable build is to max Dagon as soon as possible.
There it is, Dagon 2.
Oh, whenever you get a pub offlaner, like if someone's playing Ursa offlane, and you're like, I don't know, that works, it's just damage. And you watch a pro game and you see Collapse. What does he bring into the table? Just damage.
Yeah, but he's filling a niche, right? Like, this is something that the team actually... I know you're joking about it, but that's the problem, is people will play offlane Ursa or whatever in pubs and go, oh, I'm playing offlane Ursa, don't worry, we'll have 3 cores. It's like, no. If you're going to do that, you need to be, like, in their face. First item, Diffusal Blade, get out of the jungle and run at them. And that's what Collapse is doing. Rotating around the map. He's very fast already, 400 move speed, so he's already back to bottom and pushing. Like,
it's like offlane Jakiro, but without the tower pushing on it.
Oh man, Jakiro. Yeah, what a hero.
If you guys remember when that was played, or like offlane Bane, it's the same idea, right? Or offlane Ogre, actually, where like you just dominate your lane, and you play the early, and then you just really bring damage to the table. It's just that Collapse honestly cannot go for auras, because I think it's a joke if you go for auras in this year.
Yeah. Well, now they're at least giving a lot of space to Mira, right? Because this is, I think, what they always had in mind. Mira does need space to recover. He's the poorest on his team right now after Rubik got a lot of time top lane defending the tower until GPK ganked him. So Mira's well behind on his Wing Dagger. Oh wow, yeah, Roche is taken already. Thank you for calling it.
Once again, VP, I'm not been too concerned with this Cuddle, because you can just, well, get farm on your TA. I mean, Chiricopter is out farming the Sven with all the space that Sven got given, so he's happy with that. He doesn't even have the Ags. The fact that Nightfall is out farming a Sven without the main farming item, which is the Ags,
it is. I think VP kind of know. I think what Ags is about to be delivered, I want to say, for Nightfall. No, he's so sorry. Waiting on the Ogre Axe and then into the Satanic. There's Aether finished for our Shaman and just Mana Boots for Omni Knights, as they will look bottom towards Yatoro, but also Collapse with a level 2 Dagon. Level 3 Dagon's about to be delivered, but they might actually just snipe his Courier. Oh, he's redirected it to his Courier. Oh, it's going to... Yep, okay, so there it is. They're going to let the Courier go.
It's 11% damage amp. Or 14, sorry. Oh no, but no damage from this.
No.
This is one of the issues, of course, having intelligence off lane that doesn't build any tankiness. this is not even wasting power. You're essentially a support. But top lane, GPK found out by the timing. He decides to counter him by just killing him relatively easily. Gonna try to kill off GPK. There's rid of the Aegis here, and that's gonna be a dead GPK. We still have Dream Coil, Omnet's coming by, we have the Guardian Angel available. Are they going to continue to fight? The Sator's a bit scared. In fact, GPK might just be stronger. Stormhammer to get away with Poshka. He's melted.
Yeah, he is.
First chance to strike, but
He's under a ward.
Poshka. I mean, that was an interesting idea. But
that was an idea. I don't really know what you'd want to steal from T. I suppose maybe trap if you can get it set up.
Right? Refraction because of the damage.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I was just thinking of helping your team get through refraction though.
Oh yeah.
That's
you need that for that. It's really just mirror.
All right, and that's going to be a tier 2 tower taken. Not much Collapse can do about this. I mean, he's nuked the wave, but unfortunately, Illuminate does not affect ward units. So the Serpent wards, along with GPK, very quickly picking up the tier 2. Yeah, VP, they're just they're not really too interested in this offlane coddle. They think it's just another support. Yeah, no, I think this is fair, right? That they're using a tried and true strategy. Sure, again with different supporting cast, right, between the Shaman and the Omni. But you know, Omni this game, we've yet to see him GA. He's max Heavenly Grace. I assume he's going to no Aether Lens. Okay, so he needs to get pretty close for the Heavenly Grace. I thought it was. I mean, he's basically just Abba with this Dispel, isn't he?
I was about to say that. Like, what's the difference between this Omni and picking an Oracle or a Winter Wyvern? Like, who cares?
Yeah,
it's the same idea. So I don't think he's that different. And Shaman is just your Lion at home, right? It's just that. It's when you can't really afford to pick Lion because you're like, oh, -1 armor. No, it was banned. And then you have to pick Shaman instead. He has to buy Aetherland, so actually be a bit more useful. But it's the same idea.
Yeah, Blink Dagger up next for him.
A prize.
This bonus strength for Gyro with Ags. Oh, he is pretty scary now. Plenty of stats for him as he does get, of course, strength from People's Gift. GA active, already plenty of bonus HP. Who is this? Who have they caught? It's going to be DM.
Right.
Look at this, 3k HP at Gyrocopter. DD room. No, thank you. We're not fighting that man.
That's obviously with the Heavenly Grace, which has been buffed considerably, but I think it was like how much was that? 6 bonus strength.
6 bonus strength. Yeah, it's 120 extra HP. For some heroes, more damage.
Not because the Gyrocopter doesn't care, because Gyrocopter's base stats are already really good. He gets a bunch of armor, or a bunch of agility in general. He actually has a pretty decent strength gain, 2.5, right? Not bad. You give him Heavenly Grace, and all of a sudden Gyrocopter is the king of tanks. And if Sven can't burst him down, then the matchup of Sven Gyro is much more difficult. And Sven's already having trouble with the TA herself to concern himself with Gyro.
Radiant's bottom
Talk about save though. This time,
the Hex.
go for him, but the Hex completely counters on Tokyo. And 2 cities will fall at once here.
That they will. In fact, Mira could be next as DM closing the gap. Have we seen a Ravage all game yet? I'm not sure. I don't think we have, and I don't think Mira is going to see one either, as they won't need one. They're saved now with the Aether Lens, holding him down from range, and he's going to be as good as dead. Nice play by Kingslayer there, using the Heavenly Grace to dispel Save, who immediately turned Hexed and shackled up Toronto Tokyo. 10th kill in 20 minutes. Very much a bit of a farming game here.
Okay. Well, Team Spirit is actually against the wall, really. I mean, they just kind of let the Gyrocopter and TA farm. Sven couldn't really match him. And now you, I don't know how you bring this back, because the only, like, the supposed guy who brings you a team fight only can blast waves and Dagon things, so.
I mean, he is blasting through this tide if he's unfortunate enough to get ran over by the Stampede. That is Illuminates. Down goes the bottom tier 1 tower. Nightfall almost having now a stats max is finally going to start putting points back into Rocket Barrage, but he doesn't care too much for that. He cares about getting this Satanic online. Nearly got that one ready to go. Then perhaps we look for second Roshan, and then it's go time for Virtus.pro, because I think that is good enough of a power spike for them to go on in. I think we've got an item on the way for TA. Is it BKB?
Yep.
No.
Oh, wait, no.
Is full Hurricane Pike. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I guess you don't need BKB, right? As long as you deal with this Sven, which you are doing so quite nicely right now.
True. We're trusting this Omni quite a bit, right? It's no longer Repel, but it's just as good if you just can get rid of the key Dispel.
I think it's better than Repel.
I think it is as well. 50% status resist, that's no joke.
Like, at that point, if you're perma stunning someone with that, you're committing too much, right? Who cares if you can't use the spells on them? I think it might even be better that you can't use the spells on them, because you actually still think, oh, maybe we can just get through them, and that is the bane of all teams. Oh, maybe we can just stun them just barely enough to... Nope. Not gonna happen. Not with the gyrocopter, at least. No.
No, it is not. As there goes Collapse, he pushes one more wave bottom. You'd think, you know, with this kind of playstyle, he'd want to go for Tranquils, but, or sorry, for anything other than Tranquils specifically, the BOTs, but no, just Tranquil Boots for him. He's happy Coddle, just pushing all over the map with light form active. Level 14, but with a level 5 day gun.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Alrighty. I think VP though, they're content to continue farming basically the entire left half of the map. They'll leave Team Spirit with whatever they can find on the right side of the map. Poshko even looking for a bit of farm, hoping for a Blink Dagger. The issue that I see here for Team Spirit is that this is not really the type of game you want to be playing with a Puck and a Rubik specifically. I think these are heroes that want to be skirmishing a little bit more. You know, Rubik grabbing a key spell here, grabbing a key spell there, using it to initiate on the next little skirmish. But Sven, you know, wanting to just farm, but he's being out farmed now at a pretty scary rate. As soon as the difference becomes 6k, one expensive item, one full item, I would say Sven is not going to be able to really fight whatsoever. Yeah, he's going to be outclassed. Exactly.
He's already outclassed. I think the core between Sven and Tia is already that, right? It's not a good matchup for the Sven to begin with. But you just think, okay, it's fine because Tia will eventually fall off and Sven just overpowers her. But of course, right now, and for the next 10-15 minutes, she's still strong enough. And because they're both outclassing you, Sven can't be enough to... Sven can only deal with Gyrocopter, who deals with TA. You don't really have any options. Model with his Dagon, genuinely. Like, you break the refraction charges and you might just blast her with that.
Collapse. Okay, breaking smokes. But he's an offlaner, and now he's dead. Okay, not a very tanky offlaner. When Pushka's next, he gets 2-shot by GPK. Fall down. Everything to be absolutely redundant. There's 2 kills for Nightfall just like that. Yep. And now, I don't know, Spirit, they're going to continue splitting waves. VP, again, they're just happy to farm. I think they just kind of went on a farming expedition expecting some action from Spirit because they were all missing off the map. They're just waiting for Roche. They got a TA trap in the pit. They don't have to wait a while, though. It's going to be a long Roche, 2 minutes and 30 seconds for the big guys back home.
Yeah, what is Team Spirit even supposed to do? I guess you try to go for pickoffs with the Tiny, right? You have a bit of pickoff potential. You cut lanes endlessly with Coddle and Puck. I just don't see that there's like a breaking point where Sven just becomes strong enough, right? Because if it goes into late game, Gyrocopter with Scotty is also capable of dealing with Sven, so... Or enough.
True.
Right? You just kind of kite it and you have more options for sure. I just don't think they have too many things they can do right now. That's definitely not what should be doing it. Toro almost dying on CA. They toss him back. But Miss is going to chase after him. They slowed him again with a trap. BPK.
You gotta BKB. You gotta BKB. It's alright at BKB just to get away from homing missile. They're just so scared. Save with a Blink Dagger now, especially to follow up with Hex Shackles. It's just like an instant kill. Toronto Tokyo doing his best. He's gonna split push through bottom. This might force some reactions from VP, especially as we still wait for Roche to respawn. Another minute and a half, 90 seconds, and then he's back up. Teams, of course, don't know that, but VP, again, with a trap in the pit, they'll know exactly when he Gotta be too happy with my presence. Toronto Tokyo finishing up the Kaya now. Dual null talisman, not 3, as Collapse has decided to go for here on the Coddle. A Coddle who, by the way, now has the Go Scepter, so maybe he doesn't die too easily anymore to these physical damage carries, who don't have... Yeah, no, that's the issue. And they've got dispels. I was about to say, they don't have BKB, so they can't dispel the blinding. Oh, right. They've got Satanic now online for Nightfall. And actually, we're hunting Toronto Tokyo here.
Hex.
There's so much damage. Toro might be dead.
Bursted by Nightfall?
Oh,
Just
that was too
barely
close.
getting away with a BKB TP.
And Toronto Tokyo lived too.
Is under attack.
Wow. It's expensive, and you only get a shaman, but it's something. It's something for. I mean, there's been 4 kills before that one here for Team Spirit. They just needed something, and the fact they can get out without losing a core. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree. I just don't.
No, they have the numbers advantage.
You're just in a difficult position already, but you have to make these plays. Like right now, I'd much rather Team Spirit takes risks and tries to outplay Virtus.pro. Like for example, right now with the smoke. But smoke without God's strength, you want the pick. You don't want the 5-on-5.
Oh, goodbye, Roshan. He's already down. They're trying to bait the Aghanim Shard, perhaps. Daring Toronto Tokyo to jaunt in on that one. Okay. I'm kind of getting a split a little bit here. Has a Blink Dagger. Has a Ravage. Itching to use it.
Have we seen a single Ravage?
Not going to find the opportunity. No, I don't believe so. Don't believe so. I don't know if we've seen a full 5v5 fight this game.
Is Gyro keeping the shard for when he finally levels Rocket Barrage, or what is this shard on?
I guess. I don't know. I don't really know what he's holding it onto it for.
Right now, in case you guys don't know what the shard does, it gives you Rocket Barrage to hold missile, so it does nothing. I'm Gyro. Oh, do not eat it. What?
Ah, he ate it.
Oh my god.
He's gonna take his 20 talents of Rocket Barrage damage without Rocket Barrage, is he? What is he gonna do? No, the move speed. Okay, MS. Sure.
Why take this shot?
Listen, he's the carry, okay? He gets to do whatever he wants.
That is the most carry move I have seen all day. How long could you not buy it by the moment you actually want it? He hasn't even maxed home missile, let alone the shot.
Come on, he's not a very fast farmer, this Gyrocopter, okay? He really needs that one.
You could give it to
Tokyo, unable to cut the wave.
Shaman, he gets extra cast range on Shackled, is so good. The Kingslayer,
it is really good. Yeah. It's pretty good. DD in for GPK, yeah, they're gonna force the issue. Big old illuminates as down go the Serpent Wards. Level 2, I believe these are now. GPK, yeah, he can just tank those things all day. Okay, there's the Avatar. They're going back to the high ground. The Dagon, actually, they're going to try to get through GPK. No way, are they going to get it? Yes, they have. That's just round 1, though. The Aegis taken out from under him. Yatora with a stun in 5 seconds. GPK, another charge of the Refraction. They're going to send him back a little bit here. But Mira, Blink Dagger, and Toss ready to go again. Now they're going to have to hold off. There they go. Okay, it's going to be out of the Gyrocopter. Ravage, first one of the game out from DM, and it's a big one. Tiny instantly killed off, as there's going to be another coil holding down only the Gyro and the team, stolen Ravage? Okay, but he's instantly killed? That's so much damage from this Gyrocopter, and that's GG. Okay.
The GG is